Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video we got some GTA 6 news for you today that revolve around the story of GTA 6 and Dan Houser, one of the original creators of Grand Theft Auto. Now, as we all know, the story of GTA 6 is going to revolve around Jason and Lucia in Vice City, but apparently that's the fourth storyline that they've had for GTA 6. Apparently Dan Houser had written 3 previous stories that were all canceled because I guess they were a little too dark for Take-Two Interactive's liking. Let's go ahead, let's talk about it. I'm not the only one talking about it, and I just first heard about these details yesterday. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, this revolves around Dan Houser and how he departed the company of Rockstar Games back in 2020. So apparently, it's being speculated that the reason why Dan Houser has left the company is because Take-Two Interactive was not letting him have his creative freedom for the next Grand Theft Auto that he really wanted, apparently. And like I said, we all know that the current story of GTA 6 is going to revolve around Jason and Lucia in Vice City. But let's go ahead and talk about this news, this speculation, these things that I'm talking about relating to Dan Houser and his 3 previous things. Now, I made a community post yesterday. What do you think about GTA 6 story changes during development after RDR2? And I also have a bunch of news articles that are talking about the same thing. Apparently, GTA 6's story was rejected 3 times, causing Dan Houser to step down, it's claimed. So, apparently, alleged GTA 6 story that was canceled by Take-Two for being too dark in 2016, led by Dan Houser, who left Rockstar Games after years of rewrites, consistently rejected by Take-Two. A police crime plot worthy of a thriller that featured 3 protagonists: an old cop, his troubled son, and the right-hand man of a Colombian drug lord. The cop is principled, but he gradually descends into organized crime in a desperate effort to protect his son. The version, codenamed Project Americas, started development in 2014, before getting canceled and rebooted in 2016. First reboot was in development for 18 months and got canceled in mid-2018. Less dark time with 2 protagonists, a female police officer and a drug smuggler's right hand. The female police officer is a daughter of a Vice City cop who was killed in the line of duty. She seeks personal revenge. Second reboot was only in development for a few months. The plot was similar to the first reboot, but this time, the grieving female cop was replaced by an African-American man, a former soldier recently released from prison who falls into the criminal underworld. After the rejection of all 3 versions, Dan Houser decided to take an extended break beginning in the spring of 2019, then left the company in 2020, as confirmed by Take-Two's press release. In 2021, Dan revealed his own studio, Absurd Ventures, giving him the freedom to pursue projects that reflect. The 4th version, led by Sam Houser, was approved by Take-Two at the end of 2019, and full development finally began in early 2020. Featuring Jason and Lucia, inspired by the romantic outlaw story of Bonnie and Clyde, the most notorious criminal couple and bank robbers in American history. Now, I asked everybody, what do you think about GTA 6 story changes during development after RDR2? And I got 2 comments here. Take-Two never intervenes in Rockstar's creative decisions. They only care about microtransactions, and if it's true, the Bonnie and Clyde story we have now is way better, something fresh and new that they haven't done before. I'm tired of the cop or ex-military plot. It's boring and it's been overused. Thank God that's the story we have. And then this person said, what's his sources? Trust me, bruh. Well, I don't know, because apparently the whole internet's talking about it. Let's click on this one right here. GTA 6's story was rejected 3 times, causing Dan Houser to step down, it's claimed. It's claimed that Take-Two Interactive wasn't keen on the first 3 incarnations of GTA 6's story. After the 3rd idea was rejected, the enormity of the project and the rebooted work allegedly caused Dan Houser to step down from his position. We'll explain why you shouldn't put all your eggs into one basket with this though. Grand Theft Auto 6 is the biggest video game ever, and it's not out for another year. But when it's eventually released, it will be a landmark occasion. A story has suggested we might be lucky to be getting GTA 6 at all, as the game has been through a tricky development cycle. GTA 6's story was rejected by Take-Two multiple times. So apparently an unproven source, that's good, which is why we're somewhat hesitant to go full board with this rumor, but their explanation of Rockstar's behind-the-scenes works on GTA 6 is interesting to hear. The text is also translated, and we've done our best to communicate the information accurately, so bear with us if it's not perfect. The writer has claimed that there have been 3 different versions of the GTA 6 script. He said the first pitch for a story was a detective story worthy of a thriller centered around 3 protagonists. There was a lot of steam for this pitch, but it was in development until the end of 2016. Ultimately, Take-Two vetoed the project and cited it's too dark and did not meet their expectations. Story 2 switched to 2 protagonists, a policewoman and a drug smuggler's underling as crazy as Trevor from GTA 5. This version was in development for 18 months. Unfortunately, this too was eventually canned by Take-Two, it's claimed. A third prototype was born in a similar vein to the second story pitch, only the grieving policeman was replaced by an African-American man, a former soldier, released from prison and falling into the criminal underworld. This was canceled in March 2019. Dan Houser had a break from GTA 6 before deciding to step down and temporarily relinquish his duties as Vice President of Creative. A lot of this needs to be taken with a pinch of salt, but if it's true, it explains why it's taken so long for GTA 6 to see the light of day. It also links up with the Project Americas, the code name for GTA 6 at one point, suggesting that Rockstar wanted multiple protagonists and cities at first. But the version eventually changed to 2 characters, including a Latina woman we know as Lucia. Do you think GTA 6 will be worth the wait and live up to Take-Two's reportedly sky-high expectations? Let us know via Insider Gaming Forum. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this news? Do you really believe it? Do you think that's why Dan Houser stepped down, because he tried to come up with 3 different variations of a GTA 6 and Take-Two Interactive said no? Now the 4th version is what, Sam Houser has supposedly come up with. And I know my original thing comes from GTA 6 Countdown on X, but in my opinion, I really do like what GTA 6 Countdown has to say. I don't really follow a lot of things on X. I don't really pay attention to a lot of that stuff on X or anything like that. I mostly just follow GTA 6 Countdown and Rockstar Games. So yeah, alleged GTA 6 story was canceled by Take-Two for being too dark, led by Dan Houser, who left Rockstar Games after years of rewrites, consistently rejected by Take-Two. A police crime plot worthy of a thriller that featured 3 protagonists: an old cop, his troubled son, and the right-hand man of a Colombian drug lord. The cop is principled, but he gradually descends into organized crime in a desperate effort to protect his son, who is struggling with drug addiction. The son, a devout Cuban-American trying to escape his addiction and the dangers of the drug trafficking world. The drug world's right-hand man imports narcotics into the U.S. through Vice City with ambitions to build his own empire in North America. 4th version, led by Sam Houser, was approved by Take-Two at the end of 2019, and full development finally began in 2020. So yeah, apparently, that's what happened. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm hoping you guys down in the comments will tell me what you think about all this information that I presented to you in this video. And especially if you haven't heard about it, maybe I taught you something and maybe you learned something. As always, ladies and gentlemen, happy to have you, glad to see you, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, have a great one. Please talk to me down in the comments about what you think about this one. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.